What's up everybody, it's your boy Mr. Beast. Well, not really, but you get the idea. It's actually Mervin here, and today we're doing something crazy. We're diving headfirst into the wild world of Temu. Now you guys know Temu for their crazy cheap deals, like ridiculously cheap. But did you know they also have some seriously expensive stuff, like stuff that makes your wallet cry kind of expensive? That's right, we're talking about the priciest, most outrageous gadgets Temu has to offer. We're talking thousands of dollars for stuff you didn't even know you needed, but now you totally have to see it to believe it. So buckle up, smash that like button, and get ready for a wild ride as we see if these Temu treasures are worth the big bucks or just a big old bust. Alright guys, first up we got a PlayStation 5 staring us right in the face. Now I know what you're thinking, a PS5 on Temu? Get out of here. But I'm serious. This bad boy was listed for $531. That's right, $531. Let's open it up and find out. We got the console itself, looking sleek and futuristic, and the DualSense controller everyone's been raving about. The real test is about to go down when we plug this puppy in. Alright, moment of truth people. We got the PS5 all hooked up, and wouldn't you know it, the thing actually turns on. No smoke, no sparks, just that iconic PlayStation startup sound. It's a Christmas miracle. Now we gotta put this thing through its paces. We're talking graphics, gameplay, the whole 9 yards. We gotta see if this Temu PS5 can hang with its big box brethren. And you know what? It's actually pretty darn impressive. The graphics are crisp, the gameplay is smooth, and I haven't experienced any lag or glitches. So far, this $531 Temu PS5 is a win in my book. But don't go anywhere, because we got a whole lot more Temu treasures to uncover. Next up on our Temu shopping spree, we got something truly extravagant. Something so fancy it makes me feel like I should be wearing a monocle and a top hat. Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on this $2,500 selfie mirror. I know, $2,500 for a mirror? That's like a down payment on a car, but this ain't your grandma's dusty old looking glass. This bad boy is packed with LEDs, touchscreen controls, and enough bells and whistles to make a spaceship jealous. I'm talking adjustable lighting to make you look like $1 million, built-in filters to smooth out those imperfections, and even Bluetooth speakers so you can blast your favorite tunes while you strike a pose. Now the real question is, does all this tech actually make a difference? Or is this just a glorified vanity? Let's find out. Alright, we finally wrestled this massive mirror out of its packaging. It's heavy, it's like they used solid gold to build this thing. We got it all set up and it looks pretty slick. The LEDs are bright and the touchscreen controls are responsive. It even has a built-in ring light for that perfect selfie glow. But $2,500? That's a tough pill to swallow. Alright guys, we just dropped $3,000 on this Temu gaming PC. $3,000! That's more than my first car. Let's see if this thing can run Crysis, or at least Minecraft with shaders. First impressions, the packaging is surprisingly legit. It's like they hired a team of engineers just to design the box. I'm talking foam inserts, magnetic closures, the whole shebang. Maybe they spent half the budget on the packaging? Okay, the moment of truth. We got the PC all set up and it looks pretty sweet. RGB lights everywhere, a sleek design. It's basically begging me to game on it. But can it handle the latest games? Time to fire it up and see what this bad boy can do. We're gonna throw everything we got at it. Cyberpunk, Fortnite, maybe even try to run Doom on it. Stay tuned to see if this $3,000 Temu PC is actually worth the cash. Okay, so we ran the benchmarks and the results are in. This Temu PC is decent. It's not gonna break any speed records, but it's definitely playable. We're getting decent frame rates on high settings, which is impressive for the price. The graphics card is surprisingly good. Smooth gameplay, vibrant colors, pretty impressive for a budget card. Temu, you might be onto something here, but the fans are louder than a jet engine. Overall, this Temu gaming PC is a mixed bag. Alright, next up we got this $100 4K camera from Temu. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little skeptical. 4K for $100? That seems too good to be true. But hey, that's what we're here to find out. This camera looks like it's straight out of the 90s. It's got that chunky plastic feel to it, you know? Reminds me of the first camera I ever owned. We're talking serious nostalgia vibes here. Okay, so the build quality isn't exactly top-notch. It feels a little flimsy, like if I drop it, it's going straight to camera heaven. But hey, maybe it's what's on the inside that counts, right? Let's pop in a battery, which by the way, wasn't included. Classic Temu move, and see what this thing can do. We're gonna take it for a spin around the office, maybe shoot some B-roll and see if this 4K claim holds up. Okay, so we took this bad boy out for a spin, and the results are in. Is it true 4K? Absolutely not, it's barely HD. But you know what? It's got character. The footage has this weird grainy quality to it. It's like we're watching an old VHS tape, complete with tracking lines and everything. It's actually kind of cool in a retro kind of way. I'm feeling some serious vintage vibes. Honestly, for $100, this camera is a steal. It's not going to win any awards for image quality, but it's fun to use and has a certain nostalgic charm. Plus, it's a great conversation starter. I'm actually going to keep this thing around. Maybe shoot a whole video with it, just for kicks. Who knows, maybe we'll start a new trend, retro Temu filmmaking. Alright guys, you know I love a good challenge, and today's challenge is brought to you by Temu and this thing. It's a $40 inflatable boxing practice unit. Basically, it's a giant punching bag that's supposed to help you train like a pro. First things first, we gotta inflate this beast. It's like blowing up a bouncy castle, except instead of jumping on it, we're gonna be punching it in the face. Hopefully it doesn't deflate on me mid-punch. Okay, it's inflated, and it actually looks kinda cool. It's got this angry face on it, like it's challenging me to a fight. Don't worry, little buddy, I'm about to show you what I'm made of. I'm not exactly Mike Tyson, but I'm gonna put this thing to the test. We're gonna see how many punches it can take before it goes down for the count. Alright, so I've been going at this thing for a solid 10 minutes, and I gotta say, it's tougher than it looks. I've landed some pretty solid punches and it hasn't budged. This thing is like a tank. It's surprisingly satisfying to punch too. It's got a nice bounce back and it makes a satisfying thud sound when you connect. I'm actually kinda impressed. For $40, this thing is a steal. It's a great way to blow off some steam, get a workout in, and maybe even learn a few boxing moves. Plus, it's hilarious to have around. I'm gonna keep this thing around for sure. Maybe challenge Chandler to a boxing match. What do you guys think? Alright guys, caffeine addicts unite. Today we're checking out this $100 mini coffee maker from Temu. It's got that sleek modern design, all compact and futuristic. But the real question is, can this little guy actually brew a decent cup of coffee? I need something strong enough to wake up Chandler after he pulls an all-nighter editing. Let's grind some beans, fire up this mini machine and see if it lives up to the hype. The moment of truth, guys. I've got my favorite mug ready, and I'm about to take a sip of this Temu coffee. If this is actually good, I might just buy one for everyone on the team. Imagine, Chris finally arriving on time for a video shoot because he's got his own personal coffee maker. Okay, here goes nothing. Whoa, not bad at all. This is actually pretty good. I'm actually surprised, guys. It's not as strong as my usual brew, but it's got a nice, smooth flavor. Definitely drinkable, and for $100, I'd say it's a steal. I mean, think of all the money you'll save not going to overpriced coffee shops. You could buy like 1,000 more Temu gadgets with that kind of cash. Alright guys, get ready to enter the world of 3D printing. Today, we've got this $3,000 beast of a 3D printer from Temu. Now I'm no engineer, but I've always been fascinated by this technology. Imagine, being able to print out anything you can imagine. We could print out props for our videos, custom merch for you guys, maybe even a life-size replica of Chandler. Okay, maybe not that last one. This thing is huge. It came in like 1,000,000 different pieces. The instruction manual is about the size of a dictionary, and it's all in like some ancient language I've never seen before. This is gonna be interesting, guys. I've got a feeling this is gonna be less plug and play and more pull my hair out, but hey, that's half the fun, right? Okay guys, it's been 3 hours, and I'm about ready to launch this 3D printer into orbit. This thing is a nightmare. The software is crashing every 5 seconds, the filament keeps jamming, and I think I just saw a tear roll down Chandler's cheek as he tries to decipher the instruction manual. I've built entire obstacle courses in less time than it's taken me to get this thing printing, and the worst part, it's still not working. I'm starting to think this whole 3D printer thing is just a big scam. Like, do these things actually work for anyone? If you're a 3D printing wizard out there, please hit me up in the comments. I need serious help. Remember flip phones? Those were the days, right? Well, get ready for the future, because today, we're checking out this $600 folding phone from Temu. Yeah, you heard that right, a folding phone. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Imagine having a tablet-sized screen that folds in half to fit in your pocket. Talk about innovation. This thing is sleek, guys. It's got a beautiful display, a crazy good camera, and it folds like a dream. I'm honestly impressed with the build quality. It feels really solid in your hand. And the hinge, butter smooth. I could fold and unfold this thing all day long. It's oddly satisfying. Alright, so I've been using this folding phone for a few days now, and I've got to say, it's pretty awesome. The big screen is amazing for watching videos and playing games. It's like having a portable movie theater in my pocket, and the multitasking features are really cool. You can have multiple apps open at the same time, which is perfect for someone like me who's always on the go. It's not perfect though. The battery life could be better, and it's definitely a bit bulky compared to a regular phone. Plus, I'm constantly paranoid about scratching that beautiful foldable screen. But overall, I'm really impressed with this Temu find. It's a glimpse into the future of smartphones, and I'm here for it. Foldable phones, baby. Alright guys, get ready to have your minds blown because we're about to unbox this professional-grade podcast studio setup. I'm talking top-of-the-line mics, headphones, the works. This thing was pricey, but come on, we gotta up our audio game, right? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated by all this equipment. I'm used to just hitting record on my phone, but hey, that's what we have Chandler for, right? He's basically a tech wizard. We've got mics that look like they belong in a recording studio, headphones that probably cost more than my car, and enough foam padding to soundproof the entire warehouse. Seriously, I could probably scream in here and no one would hear a thing. Let's just hope we can figure out how to use all this stuff. Otherwise, this is going to be the most expensive paperweight ever. Wish us luck. Okay, so maybe setting up a professional podcast studio isn't as easy as it looks. We've got wires everywhere, Chandler's muttering something about XLR cables, and I think I just saw Carl trying to eat the foam padding. After about 1,000,000 hours and a few minor meltdowns, we finally got everything hooked up. And you know what? It was totally worth it. The sound quality is insane. I sound like I'm in a real recording studio. This mic picks up every little sound, so hopefully you guys won't be able to hear my stomach growling. We're gonna have to start doing some serious pre-show snacks around here. Overall, this professional-grade podcast studio setup is a game changer. It's a bit of an investment, but if you're serious about podcasting, it's definitely worth it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go record an entire episode just for the fun of it. Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy Mr. Beast, and today we're checking out this electric bike I found on Temu. It was only $500, which is a steal compared to some of the other e-bikes out there. Plus, look at this thing. It looks like it could win a race. First things first, let's try to get this bad boy unfolded. It came in a surprisingly small box, which is kinda cool but also makes me a little suspicious. Like, how much power can they really pack into something this compact? Alright, we got it unfolded. It's a little smaller than I expected, but hey, at least it fits in the studio. Now where's the charger? I'm ready to feel the wind in my hair. Hopefully it goes faster than a ceiling fan. Time to put this e-bike to the test and see if it's actually worth $500. Will it be a speed demon or a total dud? Let's find out. Okay, so maybe speed demon was a bit of an overstatement. This electric bike is more like an electric turtle. It's not exactly gonna break any land speed records. I mean, it moves, which is more than I can say for some of the other stuff we've ordered off Temu. But it's not exactly the exhilarating ride I was hoping for. Maybe it needs to charge longer. On the bright side, it's actually kind of fun to cruise around the warehouse on this thing. It's surprisingly relaxing. Plus, I can finally catch Carl when he tries to steal my snacks. Overall, this $500 electric bike is a mixed bag. It's not the fastest e-bike out there, but it's still a fun and affordable way to get around. Plus, it's way better for the environment than driving a car. What is up, my dudes? Get ready for some epic summer vibes because today we're building a freaking water park in my backyard. Yeah, you heard that right. I found this insane inflatable water park on Temu for like $400 and I couldn't resist. This thing is absolutely massive, like seriously, I think it might actually be bigger than my house. I have no idea where we're going to put it, but hey, that's a problem for future Mr. Beast to deal with. We've got Chris, Chandler, and Carl here to help me set this beast up, and let's just say I'm a little concerned about their ability to follow instructions. This could either be the best day ever or a complete disaster. Only one way to find out, right? Let's unbox this thing and get this water park party started. Alright, so after a solid few hours of sweating, swearing, and almost losing Chandler in the folds of this inflatable monstrosity, we finally got the water park set up. And let me tell you, it was totally worth the struggle. This thing is absolutely epic. We've got a giant slide, a climbing wall, a splash pool. It's like a water park shrunk down and landed in my backyard. The only problem? Those fancy LED lights they advertised? Yeah, those don't work. At all. But hey, we're not gonna let a few dead lights ruin our fun. We've got water guns, we've got snacks, and we've got a whole lot of summer sunshine. It's time to make some memories. Overall, this inflatable water park is a total win. It's fun, it's affordable, and it's the perfect way to beat the heat. Just maybe get some extra lights, alright? Alright guys, for $300, this underwater scooter better be able to take me to Atlantis. I'm talking about exploring the deep, hanging out with SpongeBob, the whole 9 yards. This thing looks pretty sick though. It's got these two big old propellers that look like they could suck up a small whale. Don't worry, no whales were harmed in the making of this video. We're at the pool about to test this bad boy out. I've got my swimsuit, my goggles, and my floaties just in case this thing decides to take me on an unexpected trip to the bottom. Let's see if this underwater scooter is worth the cash or if it's gonna leave me all wet and disappointed. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on the action. Okay, so first impressions, this thing is actually pretty fun. It zips around the pool pretty quick and it's surprisingly easy to control. I thought I was going to be crashing into walls, but it's actually pretty smooth sailing. The battery life is decent too. $300 is a decent chunk of change though, and if you're looking for a fun way to spice up your next pool party, this underwater scooter might just be worth the splurge. Alright guys, we're back with another crazy Temu purchase. This time, we're diving into the world of photography with this $500 360-degree photo booth. I'm talking full-on Matrix bullet time action. Can you even imagine the Instagram potential? This thing better be able to capture me doing a backflip while juggling puppies for that price. Let's crack this bad boy open and see what we're working with. Hopefully it's not just a bunch of wires and a roll of duct tape. You never know with these online deals, right? Whoa! Okay, first impressions? It's actually a lot sleeker and more professional looking than I expected. It's got these cool LED lights and a sturdy base. This might actually be legit. Okay, time for the real test, setting this thing up. The instructions look about as straightforward as a map drawn by a pigeon, but how hard can it be, right? Famous last words, I know. After about an hour of wrestling with wires and trying to decipher the hieroglyphics they call instructions, we finally got this thing up and running. Let's just say I have a newfound respect for anyone who can assemble furniture from IKEA. Alright, moment of truth. Time to step into the booth and see if this thing lives up to the hype. 3, 2, 1, spin! Whoa, that is so cool. It's like being in one of those slow motion action scenes. You can totally see why they call it a 360-degree photo booth. Alright, gamers on a budget, this one's for you. We're testing out this $450 PC and $200 monitor combo from Temu. Can you really build a decent gaming rig without breaking the bank? Let's find out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little skeptical. I mean, my usual gaming setup costs more than a small car. But hey, maybe this will be the diamond in the rough of budget gaming. Time to unbox these bad boys and see what's up. First impressions? The PC case is surprisingly sleek, and the monitor is thin and light. It's not the flashiest setup, but it's definitely not bad for the price. The real test will be how it performs when we fire up some games. Alright, we got everything hooked up and ready to roll. Let's load up a game and see what this budget Battlestation can do. Fingers crossed we don't get stuck in a permanent loading screen. Okay, so it runs games. Kind of. The performance is definitely on the lower end, and the graphics are a little more pixelated than I'm used to. But hey, it's playable. And for the price, it's not a bad deal if you're just getting into PC gaming. The monitor is definitely the weakest link here. The colors are a little washed out and the resolution isn't anything to write home about. But again, for $200, it's hard to complain too much. Overall, this setup is a mixed bag. It's affordable, but you definitely get what you pay for. So there you have it, guys. We just went on a wild ride through the world of Temu gadgets, from a surprisingly awesome 360-degree photo booth to a budget PC that's, well, let's just say it has its limitations. We've seen some hits and some definite misses, but that's all part of the fun, right? It's like a real-life treasure hunt where you never know what you're gonna get. But hey, even the misses make for some pretty entertaining videos, am I right? Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments which gadget you think is worth the price. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome content. And hey, maybe we'll do a giveaway soon with all this Temu tech, so stay tuned, you won't want to miss that.